So we've been stripped of our 5%, okay? This is now 2 years later. They've now sold 65% to Zain, okay? Our 5% issue is an ongoing battle in the courts. And they have adopted a tactic in the court, which is essentially to delay. Even the judge in this matter actually said so. He said, your tactics are all about delaying this. They never seek to get the matter finalized because they know that they have no legal grounds to. But they keep kicking the ball forward in the courts. So on every little technicality, they cause a delay and we go on. So in the background is this rolling issue of the 5%. Meanwhile, 65% has now been sold to Zain. Okay, and again, we have an issue over how that has been done. Now, in that matter, our shareholders' agreement is also very clear that a dispute of that nature has to go to arbitration. But the arbitrators must be appointed by a judge. So in May 2006, we declare a dispute in terms of the purchase of the 65%. And I know this often sounds complicated. So you have got the 5% issue on the one hand, and we've got the 65% issue on the other. Our rights come from the fact that we own 5%. We battled for 3 years to get the International Tribunal appointed. And the purpose of the International Tribunal is to determine the ownership of the 65%. Okay. So that also is an ongoing process. But I'd like to bring you back to another development that then occurs. As you know, Celtel, or Zain as they are called now, acquired 65% in May 2006. They paid over $1 billion, which was distributed amongst the Nigerian shareholding consortium, those who sold their shares. And of course, as you know, the state governments, who by this stage, there were 3 of them, each holding 15%, had also received their money, or so people thought. But what actually happened is that over and above the commissions they had tried to get earlier, which they had then been forced when the US Justice Department and the Nigerian Agency on Corruption had moved in to investigate this, and when the Vodacom people got fired, the money went back to the company. The governors were still wanting their money. So guess what they did now? Once they received money from Zain, they took a commission on the money which had been paid to the state governments. So the state governments didn't receive the full amount. A portion of this money went to the personal accounts of the state governors. They stole money from their people.